Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome to the Gallant Horde. Today we are playing Scrits in the library. We have had a last-minute change of cast. You will notice that Chelsea looks remarkably like Adam. Adam will be joining us as a player today, so that'll be fun. He will be driving an NPC. So, before we get into the whole... Everyone's losing their mind in chat. Before we get into the whole thing where we play Pathfinder, Humble Bundle. We are partnered with Humble Bundle, which is very, very cool and exciting. There are 4 days left on the Cook Anything Humble Bundle, which I've been pushing because I like food and cooking, and cookbooks. So there are like 38 cookbooks or something that you can get there. So go and check it out. Follow the link in the thing and learn to cook anything. It's awesome. It has all sorts of things. It's very cool. I might have bought it already.
Please tell me
Also,
at least you used our link to do it.
I legitimately don't remember.
I did, and it's amazing. It's a great series of books.
It is. So I'll be cooking lots of weird shit. Anyway.
You like the weird shit.
As you may know,
that reference.
last week we had a character death, which means that our Discord has been full of astonishing story juice for the last week. If you are not aware of that and have not been watching the Discord and all the awesome story juice happening in it, because you don't have access to it, did you know you can get access to all of that stuff by subscribing to our Twitch channel? You should do that, because there's a lot of shit that goes on in the Discord that this is just the tip of the story iceberg, these games. Next week we will be playing the Warg Pack, not Pact, which is designed to be a dangerous adventure, so we'll see how that goes. That'll be great. Now, today, you lovely people are going to help out one of Circle Creek's most esteemed residents, Doc Parsus. He has a small pest control problem in his library. Before we get into that story, I'm going to get you all to please introduce your beautiful selves and your characters. Well, this is your first game this season, isn't it?
It is.
Woo! Welcome. And I will... Yes, let's do that. Will, tell us about you.
Hey, I'm Will, and I play Axel Torden, the rock and roll elf bard.
Amazing. Jamie.
Hey, I'm Jamie. I'm playing Bergamot, the elf druid who likes to make massive claws out of her hands and tear things apart.
Cool. Corey.
Hello, everyone. I'm Corey. I play Kalina, the Dryad, who is not a cleric, but is a cleric.
She's a cleric. She just doesn't heal things
Just
very
like to
much.
heal.
No.
Kit.
Hi, I'm Kit. I'm playing Dahlia Bonchamp, and she is a witch, and her patron is Fate, and she has a little familiar named Lucky, who's a fluffy ginger.
Cool. And Mac.
I'm Mac. I play Pete, who's now got some armor, so, you know, he might not get obliterated in fights anymore, because, oh, that's been stressful.
You've been practicing your full name, darling?
No. Look, it's on my to-do list, and, you know, that's not at the top. Not
And
even
Adam.
number 2.
Hey, I'm Adam, normally sitting in the back end, but today I get to play. Piloting a gnome druid called Lenny,
Who also has a cat.
who also has a cat. called
Slightly bigger cat.
Dragumi.
Yeah.
It's not a
Like a
contract.
Yeah. You've got the smaller cat. Of course you would say that. Anyway.
This is that one doing it. I can point up there somewhere.
Doing what?
Being a dick.
I mean,
Anyway,
that could be any one of us. Come on.
your potion of resistance today is resistance to electricity. Will it come in handy? Who can tell?
You?
So,
Ooh, I didn't know electricity was a thing.
It
Yeah.
is. Indeed.
All right.
So you are going to find your way to the anvil to meet with Andeline before you go on this adventure, which you're not going very far. You're just going like across town a bit.
Mhm.
What is there anything anyone wants to do before you do this thing?
Dolly's got a little basket of meat pies and cookies that Gertrude made, and the one time she didn't bring food, it didn't go well, so she's bringing the food.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So you all make your way to the anvil. Andeline is standing behind the bar, as always, and she says, good morning on this cold, snowy day. How are we all doing today?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
I'm
all right.
great. Thanks. I plan to stay inside where it's warm. So today you're going to go help out Doc. He has a problem with scrits in his library. This should be a straightforward mission in which nobody dies. But I sort of thought that was true last week, so do me a favor and don't fucking die this time, okay?
I got him. It'll be fine.
Axel, this is
Yo.
for you. And she tosses you a potion. It is a minor, basic,
Minor.
whatever the
Wait,
smallest
let me see.
kind of
The
healing
smallest
potion
one.
is, it's that one.
And you can
Minor.
add that under equipment under the magical and alchemical items tab.
You hopefully won't need it today, but
Do
you just
know
keep that
what a
handy.
Script is?
A scrit. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
little imp.
Oh, a little imp. Okay.
Like a little
That's good to
fey
know.
imp.
They like to eat books. Have you ever heard of a bookworm?
Mm.
Like that,
What kind of
but with-
imps?
But with wings and attitude.
Mm.
Anyway, you all know where
Oh,
Doc
yeah.
lives, right? Pete, I think you've been to visit him, haven't you?
Yeah, I know where Doc is.
Cool.
Good man. We don't
He
step
is.
on each other's toes.
You don't have toes,
Yeah, that's what he
and
said.
neither does he.
Neither one of you have to.
Anyway, he is expecting you. So, off you go. Unless you had any other questions.
Oh, when did these scripts appear? Did he tell you, or shall we go ask him?
Maybe you should ask him for the details.
Yeah, bet. Onwards and outwards.
This is probably going to be not a just smack them with a fly swatter kind of a mission. You're going to have to be use your brains. You have those, I assume.
I'm a plant.
Is Doc taking care of the payment for this?
What's that?
Is Doc taking care of the payment for this job?
He is, yes. You can
Okay.
discuss that with him when you get there.
Thank you.
Cool.
Are we ready, team?
Good luck.
Let's go see Doc, yeah. So Pete will like head off to the door and just
Alright.
like open the door and like, yay, snow day.
Snow day. All right, so you head over to Doc's surgery, and because I have a map of a surgery, a doctor's surgery, thanks to Tom Cardas, who is amazing, this is what you see, at least from the outside.
Slay.
It is a largish building,
Oh wow.
pretty
Ooh,
well taken care of.
It is large.
There's an obvious like entrance. It's closed because it's fucking cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh
it
my
has
God,
a
there's-
sign on it that says "Open for business."
It's even snow.
Yes,
Oh my
because
god.
Tom Carlos has snow variants on almost all his maps. He is so good,
Oh.
guys.
Oh,
That's
that is
really
a
cool.
I get no
slay.
kickback. I just fucking love his work. Anyway,
So, Pete, do we need to knock, or is it just kind of open door policy?
Yeah, like we'll knock and walk in case Doc's busy. Pete will knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom.
come in.
Yo, Doc!
A deep
As he
Minotaur
opens the
voice.
door.
Cool. You see a reception area. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Reveal, please. There we go. And there is, you can clearly see both Doc and Marigold. Marigold is Doc's wife. You would all know this by now. Oh, I didn't put you guys there. Please hold.
Oh.
I see that Kalina just did her own thing.
Yeah, I saw the tokens. I was like, yeah, we need tokens, right?
You do. I mean, this. Yeah. Please hold for tokens. I know how this game works, you guys. I swear.
You know how to
Paste.
D and the Ds. You've got it.
I sure do. All right, you
Alrighty.
are here though. Now
There
there's
we
2
go.
Kalinas. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Anyway, yes. So you walk in. It's a nice, spacious entrance area. Doc and Marigold are both standing behind the counter, and there is also a very short, gnomish person with a snow leopard kind of cat beside them. Doc says, welcome. You're here to deal with my small extermination problem, are you?
Yeah, Doc. It'll be all good. How's business been?
Fine. People need healing. And, an ear to listen to. An ear to... Anyway, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes, like, the healing just comes in the talking. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is Lenny. He's come to help you because I don't think you... Well, I just thought maybe some assistance would be helpful. Lenny is an expert in Fey extermination and may be able to assist.
Cool.
It's a skill.
Hey, Lenny. Nice to meet you, man.
Morning.
So, you ready to get started?
Yes. But I guess we should ask questions about these scripts.
Sure thing.
When did they start appearing?
Oh, we first saw... Well, you see. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I noticed that some of the books had little nibble marks on the corners, and I thought to myself, I thought, this is a problem. These books are being eaten by something. And so I did investigating. And I discovered, amongst the books, a few of these little imp creatures. They were very rude. They made many gestures in my direction and fled. Now, I have many skills, but I am not a quick man, and so I could not catch them. And since then they appear to have multiplied, and several of my books have been devoured. So I have removed the more expensive, rare tomes from the room, but I have a lot of books, and I would prefer if they did not all get eaten.
Which
you want them
direction?
caught or exterminated?
As long as they are gone, that is all I care about.
Which direction did they flee?
Into the shelves. They hid behind the books.
Okay.
So, Doc, like, there's been, like, people talking about, like, weird portals. I don't know what that is. But have you seen anything that you would, like, call a portal?
I have not noticed any intradimensional portals in my library, no. I would have mentioned that.
Just want to ask, because I spoke to, like, this guy yesterday, like, he lives out on the edge of town. Like, makes
Malachi.
potions. Yeah, that dude. Yeah,
He knows a lot of things.
Yeah, he doesn't, like, do people very well, but...
Oh, he really likes people. He just likes them in short doses. But he will tell you when he's tired of you.
Oh, yeah, he'll do that. Funny guy.
Yes, hello. Have
where
we met? I don't think we've met.
No, I'm Bergamot.
Hi.
Yes, hi. Where did they come from?
I have no idea. They just showed up. Where do any pests come from? Where do flies come from? Where do rats come from?
Well, are there any entrances into the library besides the doors?
There are windows.
Okay.
There may be, like, mouse holes. I have no idea. It's not my area of expertise. I am not a builder. I am, in fact, a doctor.
And a real good dog.
Yes, so I'm sure. I'm sure. So there's no fireplaces or anything?
That's an excellent question that Doc would know the answer to.
Look,
No, there are no fireplaces.
It's got central heating
Okay.
and climate
Alright.
control to keep all the books safe.
Can I make a nature, or I guess, nature check
Nature,
just to see
yeah.
if I know anything about these
About
scripts?
scripts, sure. You can have a circumstance bonus of 2 because of where you come from.
Yeah.
mm.
So that's a 13, not too great.
I would say you've heard of them in the way that people who live on Earth have heard of any other, bookworms and earwigs and rats and so on.
Right.
They're a familiar concept to you in the sense of these are pests that sometimes invade libraries, but you don't have any specialized knowledge.
Okay.
If it helps, I rolled a natural 1 when I first heard about them. I'd say.
Yeah, I tried to, when I tested my rolls earlier, I got a nat 20, so that's
All right, so you ruined
Got it
you,
right out
you
of the way.
spent it early.
yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'm going to introduce myself to Lenny. Hi, I'm Dahlia. It's very nice to meet
Hello.
you. You're expert on. Introduce
Lenny,
myself to Lenny.
sorry.
You're an expert on Fey creatures, is that right?
Something like that, yes.
And these are Fey, by the sound of it?
From the sound. Doc's leaving a
Okay.
rather important piece out. They're tiny.
Oh, like actual worms, maybe, like tiny little. Okay.
Everything's tiny to me.
They're tiny even compared to me.
Okay. And lots of them. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay.
So, to make it interesting, I am going to pay you based on the number of scrits you manage to remove. Shall we say 1 gold piece per script?
Yeah,
group?
sure. I mean,
Yeah.
just how many scripts do you think are in there?
Many.
That sounds awesome, Doc. I like the way you think. It's gonna be fun.
You said that the more important books are out. Does that mean, what does that mean for the books that are still remaining in there?
It means I want them to survive, but I don't have space to put them anywhere else.
Okay. That was an out of character, damn it. Cool. Okay. I don't suppose anyone here is good at trapping things.
Hey, we'll see what we gotta work with, like.
I mean, I can put them in this basket. I don't really have anything to trap them in.
I
Didn't come prepared for that.
I
How are
can
we gonna prove
use a
we've
spell to
removed
make
them?
sticky amber.
How are you going to prove you removed them? I don't know. How are you going to prove that you removed them?
I guess it
Bring them-
depends if
bring
they
their little body.
leave corpses. Yeah, what if they don't leave corpses? It's sort of
I think you are honorable people.
yeah, I guess.
I'll keep
I
it.
think that Pete is an honorable person.
It'll be
That's true.
all
That is
good.
true about feet.
You see, like, Doc and I. Doc's one of the first people I met here. Good dude.
Marigold kind of rolls her eyes behind him, like she's been standing there quiet the whole time. She's clearly the cynic in the relationship. And she's like,
Uh-huh.
It's like rat catchers that hand in shoelaces, right? Anyway. Well, did you want to ask more questions, or do you want to be shown to the library?
Is there a particular part of the library, a particular section of books that they like to nibble on, or are they just doing it indiscriminately?
The library appears to be the particular spot.
But just also the entire library. There's no.
Correct.
Cool. Okay.
Let's go
Nothing-
check out the
nothing's already.
books, man.
All right. He will show you to the library.
The library's-
Unfortunately, this map has no library on it, so you just have to use your imaginations. That he takes you to this room over here that I'm going to actually remember to take your tokens with me this time. He shows you to the library. It's not huge. I've put you guys on the bookshelves. Marigold's not there. It's not massive. It's clearly a personal library. The books are almost completely like medical journals and herbalism books and how to correctly set a broken limb and that kind of shit.
Pete's just going to take a quick scan of like some of the books that are here, and see if
Okay.
anything like jumps out at him of like, oh, that's a real nice book.
I mean, anything super rare or expensive, he's removed. So the stuff that's here is very like
Doctor's
these are-
Digest.
these are medical textbooks, I guess, like whatever the fancy equivalent of that is. 1,001 potions to help your patients.
Yes.
Herbs, placebo or
Herbs.
medicine? Question mark. Yeah.
Crystals, do they work? Okay. Do I see any critters?
You can make a perception check.
16.
16.
Hmm?
Not at the moment. It's very quiet in
Okay.
there at the moment. You can see if you look around, you can see evidence of things. Like you can see that there's like, you know, bits of pages that have been torn that are lying on the edges of the shelves and like that kind of thing. Like evidence of something, but no actual critters.
Mm-hmm.
Can Kalina take a look to see if there's like any signs of an actual like hiding spot that isn't just behind the books in the bookcase? Like, are there any trails of ink or torn pieces of paper?
They're eating paper and drinking ink.
Imp poop. Make a perception check.
I'm rolling for imp poop. Where is perception? Where is perception? Oh my god.
Up in the middle.
Up in the middle.
There we go. That is a 24. That is just shy of a crit.
There's no like nest. There's no obvious like this is where they're sleeping kind of situation. But there is loads of, now that you look a bit more impressively than Dahlia, there's loads of evidence of them there. There is no imp poop because I don't think that imps poop. They just fart glitter. But there is, you know, like not dust but like residue of pages that have been destroyed. You can see various like nibbles on the corners of the covers of the books and that kind of thing.
Does Kalina feel like everyone's sort of being watched? Like, is there like an odd feeling of like
No more so than if you were in a kitchen full of cockroaches. The cockroaches would be watching you.
oh
You know what I mean? Like
Kalina doesn't cook.
I do, unfortunately. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like it's not they're not paying attention to you in the way that pests don't pay attention to the people here.
Now.
I would like to find a spot that has like some little torn bits of it and just start pulling out books and opening them and see if I can find any, you know, if they're inside the books.
Okay. Just roll me a d20 and tell me what you get.
Pete's like walked over to the opposite side of the room from Doc and has just sort of sat down. He's like, "Hey Doc, got a good chair here."
Yeah, they're big,
Nice
bigger than usual.
Did it roll? No.
Oh, I wasn't looking.
I'm
Sorry.
trying to do that little okay,
the top.
so it's on a D20, yeah. No, I don't need to add anything. I just want to roll it.
You have to press the roll
That's
thing.
the thingy. Okay.
There we go.
17.
17. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So as you you like pull a book out, and for just an instant behind the book, you see this tiny little creature with like a weird kind of elongated face and big fangs and wings. It looks like a tiny like goblin. Where are you? Where is Dahlia? There. So I will
Gotcha.
show you. Hang on, I have to be on the right layer for this. No, go where I put you. Thank you. It looks like this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Got like little imp ears, and it looks at you and it goes, and it like pulls a face and then ducks behind the books along the
Oh, I can't react to it seeing it.
You can try. They're very quick.
I wanted to try a telekinetic projectile by grabbing it and throwing it against the wall.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
Okay. Dex. Up here.
I need the scrits.
8.
8.
You know what? I have inspiration. Let's re-roll that.
Oh yeah.
Get this party started.
Please
3.
roll well. Did you say 3? Let's see how Dexy the Scrit is. 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
What-
you like snatch at
what-
it, and in the space you snatch, he's already gone behind the books again. So it's
found one.
disappeared. It's disappeared again. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. That's why it's not working.
But they're definitely here.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is maybe going to be a little bit darker. Can Kalina? Kalina is aware. Well, we're all aware now that they are very much hiding in the books.
Yeah.
Where Kalina's standing, she would like to make a 3 action to cast harm in a 30-foot area.
Is it an area effect?
Yeah, it's like heal, where you use if you use.
But you don't have to be
3
able to see the thing?
Nope, this targets all living and undead creatures in the area.
30 feet around you.
Yeah, I'm very much I made sure to put myself.
Okay.
Kalina's just in a corner, and
Alright.
she starts chanting.
Tell me about this. What does it do?
So I channel negative energy to harm the living or heal the undead. I am targeting living creatures, so they take 1d8 plus they take 1d8 points of damage if they actually I don't even think there's a save. No, I don't think there's a save for harm.
Oh wow.
Oh, actually no, DC 15. Wisdom save, I think. Let's have a look. Oh, fortitude. Sorry, DC 15 basic fortitude.
Alrighty. So 30 feet.
If it's a failure, it's full. Critical is
Seeing
double
how
damage.
many you're gonna hit. Okay. Cool. Cool. Fortitude. Let's see.
We're wasting no time today.
What was the DC?
15.
Okay, so that's 1 failure. Hang on. 14.
It's a failure.
Oh wait, the other one was 16, so it was a success. Is it showing you my rolls?
No.
Oh, that's dumb. It says visibility, everyone. 23.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
23.
Yeah, I refreshed and it's showing me your rolls now.
Okay. Cool. 13 is a failure, right?
Mm-hmm.
5. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total in your range.
Oh wow.
Yep. There's a lot of these fuckers.
I'm glad I picked Tom.
9.
Slay. Come on, give us a 5. Give us a crit failure.
10.
Slay.
I've got one more to roll. I'm rolling all on the same script, but yeah, because the 20 dirty.
Okay.
20.
So that's 4 failures, 4 success. How many of them were crit
Yep.
succeeds?
For,
I don't think any of them were crit success. It's 10,
I think
right?
my highest was 23.
Yeah. Okay. So 4 take full damage, 4 take half.
Okay.
So let's
Keeping track of HP on roll 20 because it's easier to keep track of who's where.
yeah, sorry, I need to swap into the play tab. Because I refreshed. 1d8. Let's roll. Alrighty. 6 negative damage for the failures, 3 for the succeeds.
Okay. So we'll just do this.
How many screams do we hear?
A few. You hear several screams. I'm going to make the failures the ones closest to you because that makes the most sense to me.
Just how often can you do that?
As many times as I have prepared, and I have 1 more.
We may want to get ready for a swarm. Have you ever kicked a hornet's nest?
Yup.
Well, personally, no, because I'm not that dumb. In D&D, absolutely, because it's fun.
I have the hornet nest.
You're
yeah,
about to find out what the hornet nest looks like.
You hear several like little and swearing in Undercommon and Sylvan coming from the books in tiny voices,
Land.
and then it all goes very still and quiet.
Hey, Doc,
Wow.
I'm trying to get out of here.
Doc reverses out of the door and closes the door.
Oh, bye-bye.
Dude, that. Whoa. That's like not cool, man. Because we understood all of that.
I'll just be right back. She just Bergamot walks out the door, goes into the main area again. Goes, sorry, Doc, could I borrow one of these pot plants for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you. She walks over, plants, like, just kind of brushes away the leaves a bit to get to the dirt, plants her amber into the dirt, and then slams her staff onto it. Then vines just shoot up, swirl around it, and she picks up her new spear and goes, "Thank you." Walks back in through the room.
He's like, well, that's a cool trick.
He had to grow a spear. That's fun.
She's so fun at parties.
It took a while to learn. Yes, I'll get back to the work. And just walks back in through the door.
Oh, I
Okay.
have inspiration. How nice.
I'm ready for the swarm now.
I'm ready for this. There is no swarm. It's very, very quiet. Very
Just-
quiet in that things being quiet on purpose kind of way. Yes, Axel.
Is he next to the door? Is that the door out where he's on the map? Axel is.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Yes.
Cool.
That makes sense.
You're good at music, right, Axel?
It's yes. I'm very good at music.
You're good at leaves, right, Selena?
I am a leaf.
Exactly.
I don't suppose that these scripts might be partial to some music now that it's really quiet.
Have you thought about talking to them?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. You kind of led with the killing there, so.
I mean, Doc did.
Now you want me to serenade them?
What's a bit of love without a bit of?
Doc said remove them from his library.
He also said that they just threw profanities and obscenities at him whenever he spoke with them. So it doesn't seem like they're here to be friendly.
You wouldn't know, would you?
Let me try something real quick. Axel, cast Bullhorn.
Does that just make Axel really loud?
Oh yeah.
This is a small room.
He wants
Please
to,
continue.
he wants to make sure that they hear him.
Everyone within 500 feet can hear
Yeah,
him.
Yeah. Like the people probably over at City Hall will hear this. He's just gonna spit. He's hearing the swear words in Sylvan. He himself will speak in Sylvan and say, "Yo, little dudes, you really outworn your welcome here, but I understand there's plenty of books up the road." And he's gonna like just be noodling away on his guitar while he's doing that. And I guess
it's quite tasty.
Road. Make a diplomacy. That's what it's called in Pathfinder. Diplomacy check, please.
That's a nat 1 for 8.
Oh.
You watch as one
hero
Scrit
point, right?
pops its head. You do have a hero point, which means you have one reroll that you can use.
Oh, yeah.
What do I have? Twitch inspiration?
Yep.
You also have Twitch inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, let's roll that again because diplomacy is something that Axel should be good at.
Yes.
That's a 17.
There you go.
That's a bit
There you
better.
Okay. You watch one little imp pop its head up from a book close by you, like over here. And it looks at you and it cocks its head. And then in Sylvan it replies, "Up the road where?"
Elder Castle. Lots of good books. Lots of good books, my man.
That's quite
Elder
a road,
Castle.
bro. Never heard of it. And it tops back down again.
No offense,
So you're
little
gonna
Scrit
send him
dude,
to
but what
where?
you haven't heard of could fill a library. Oh!
You watch as one tiny hand comes up and just goes and disappears again.
Was that a vicious mockery? Is there a Wilson?
What, from the script or from?
Yeah, from the script for being just completely owned like that.
I totally thought you were going to send him to the mayor's office.
That's what I thought.
I was like, are you sending them to Galahad? So that's just replacing one problem with another one.
Yeah, that did cross Axel's mind, but he's like,
Yeah, but you're missing the point here. We get paid, and then we get a job to go to the other place to get rid of them and get paid.
Yeah, Pete's an honorable guy.
Oh, no, that was Mac. Not Pete.
Yeah.
still while the bullhorn is thing, he's going, right, that's all well and good, yo, but you know, you can either leave of your own accord, or Bushy over there is just gonna fuck you guys up.
Bushy.
Yeah, and we got fucked up by some featherless chickens. I'm in the mood to stomp.
Please hold while I read my character sheet. They can do some funny things.
Yeah.
It's a very scary laugh.
I'm excited.
I'm pretty sure I've heard Jax do worse. Like, surprise red dragon laugh. That was horrifying.
Well, we might open a book and out comes the red dragon. We don't know.
Seems unlikely. A red dragon probably wouldn't fit in this room. Anyway, so one of them. How far does this go? The one that pulled the finger at Axel is going to pop its head out and like wiggle its fingers, and you watch as these weird like tendrils of kind of, it looks like sort of smoke, but the sort of smoke you get when you burn off really dirty oil.
Greasy oil. Yeah, greasy smoke.
And right in front of Axel, these 4 squares precisely, the floor becomes really greasy.
Oh.
It's now really slippery.
Awesome.
And then he just pulls his fingers at you and disappears back down into the book.
Hey, that's not nice, man. That's not nice. I'm trying to let you guys leave. You know, like you can just fuck off if you want, and then you won't get killed or whatever, man. Like I don't know what these fucktards can do. Like, but obviously Bushy's going off half hinged, and there's a witch over there. Like you guys could just literally leave, go find some books somewhere else, and you know, like just leave.
Take a shot.
Axel takes a step back from the grease, by the way.
Greasiness. Cool. I would say that very shortly after that, you see like 4 or 5 of them do the same thing in the area Kalina is in. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that this whole area here is now also. So 4 of them. So Kalina, you are now standing on ground that is greasy, which means that mechanically. Oh, you need to make an acrobatics check, please.
We may
Oh,
need
yes.
to find an area
no.
closer for them to
I lie.
make.
I lie. Reflex save. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm trained in that.
Oh wait. Read your spells. It's either or. You may pick.
Oh yeah, I'm actually it's the exact same roll, so 15.
Oh, yeah, so he was
what
seeing
is
its
the
natural
DC?
environment, the incredibly dexterous tree.
Yeah.
And not in their natural habitat. They are in their own corpse.
Oh, the DC's 16. You fall on your ass.
That's
You are now
fine.
prone.
He's good
I've
at
got a reaction to that.
spells.
Yes.
I
What
got a
is your
reaction to that.
reaction? Are you gonna laugh?
Axel points and goes. That's what you get.
Becomes clear to Axel that they could have done this to you, and that was like a warning shot because you were not a dick to them. But Kalina was in fact a dick to them, and so Kalina, you are now prone.
He's gonna laugh because he's seen this kind of shenanigans before. Turn to Dahlia and go, "Hey, Dahlia, we found some more little dudes. Hey, little guy, that was awesome." And like offer a fist bump out because it worked last time.
They do not fist bump you. These guys are not as friendly as the berry creatures were.
I'm like,
Far away with these little
Dude.
shits.
"You can't leave me hanging. It's the code. Come on, man. Come on."
They don't care about your code.
Cool.
Do I know if these creatures are from where we are, or if they've actually come through a portal?
Make a nature check.
That one.
Can I get in on that now that I've seen what they've done as
Yeah.
well?
Sure.
20. Not natural.
Yeah, you would know that they're fey creatures, but you get them in the forest. These are not unusual in Althea. You will often find them, especially like they show up in places where there are lots of books on the edge of the forest. You know that the forest has a lot of thin veils to the Feywild, and there's a lot of fey shit in this forest, so it's not that surprising. Like, they're annoying, they're a nuisance, but they're not out of place.
These creatures do belong here, just so we're aware. They're not from another world. Well, they are, but they're not from... They didn't come through the portals you were talking about, which means we should probably send them home rather than exterminating them. We probably don't want to piss off wherever they've come from.
I wonder if they like to eat other stuff. I got some meat pies and I got some cookies.
Another option would be we could smoke them out.
Oh, he's gonna hold up a cookie.
With that nature roll, you would know that they eat books. They're not interested in other things.
Okay.
I would like to try something.
Yes, please try something.
I was just waiting for someone to talk over me like that usually happens, so.
Everyone was just like,
Stage is all yours, man.
Go Go.
Axel would like to cast Read the Air.
Oh, what does that do?
He takes a deep breath and surveys the social situation, showing courtesy to all around you as your intuition swiftly picks up clues about social context and unspoken assumptions of behavior. Your body language subconsciously changes to take advantage of this information and use it in your own interactions with those creatures. So he's trying to glean, like, what actually might inspire them to leave, and use that to his advantage.
Okay.
I can go
Sorry,
on
go ahead.
with
Yep.
the mechanics of this. As part of casting the spell, you recall knowledge using society to gain information about the immediate social situation. You gain a +1 status bonus on your next diplomacy check to make an impression on those creatures present when you cast the spell.
All right. I will give you this because of who Axel is. These creatures are very clearly fuck the establishment kind of creatures. They are mechanically chaotic evil. Like, they don't give a shit. They give no fucks about anything. What they care about is having something cool to eat, and if they can cause a bit of bullshit on the way, then bonus. So on some level, Axel is kind of understands them.
Fuck authority.
Yeah.
Silent majority. Raised by the system.
Yeah.
Now it's time to fight against them. Those lyrics just flow out of him from nowhere.
That is the vibe that you are getting. They are, they're just dicks. They just actually like to cause shit and eat some books along the way.
Okay.
So they're not gonna leave if you just ask them nicely. Like, they're like, fuck that. I'm not. This is a good spot. There's some delicious books here. It's great.
So with that, he's gonna say, and he's now chugging like a
Oh my god.
and it sounds a lot like the punk song that I just sang. And he's like, you know what, this doc, he's a good dude. He ain't the man. If you guys want to fuck with the man, you should head to City Hall. Because, like, Doc's using his books to help people, but you guys could be eating tax folios, you could be eating the laws of Circle Creek, hell, you could be eating the love letters that Mayor What's-His-Face sends to himself. You could be eating Kin the Unhelpful's fucking thing that he has on his desk that he writes in. Like, there's all sorts of good shit, and you could be fucking with the man, not the healer. Yo.
Make a diplomacy check with your additional stuff.
Can I give him the help, the aid action?
If you tell me how you are helping. Can I mechanically help without RPing anything? No.
in Sylvan, right?
Yes, he is.
So in Sylvan, I will say, we'll show you where it is. It's just down the road, Pete. If you're close. And I heard that guy was just waiting for somebody to come and tear up his office.
Okay, make your diplomacy check with the help.
Right.
Oh! What's
well,
help?
don't I have to roll to see if I can give him
Oh, yes, that's right.
DC?
Yeah.
So my diplomacy is 21.
Mine's 25.
So yeah, it just lowered your DC.
Yep.
Yeah, it just basically adds +2 to your diplomacy check.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine's 27 diplomacy.
Cool.
Woohoo!
Okay, as you are playing your punk rock music, you watch as at least 15 of these little scrits pop up out of the books, and they all start like headbanging. They're like, get going with it. They love it. You watch several of them approach Axel and like climb onto his body and along the top of Roxy. Roxy? Ruby? What's his name? Roxy. Roxy, I was right the first time. And they're into it, man. They're really excited. And then you see like a few on the other side of the library look up and they're frowning and they're like, tax folios sound gross.
No, man, they're the tastiest kind of folios.
Axel, you are now covered in scrits. They are all
Yeah,
over
man.
you. What are you doing?
It's a mosh scrit. Oh!
Oh yeah.
Will.
He's gonna say, shall I show you guys like the road to the hall, man?
They're on your body right now, and your
Right.
guitar.
I guess he's gonna run outside and point and say, City Hall's that way, man.
They do not leave.
Okay.
They're all like, someone needs to draw this. Axel is standing with the guitar and a bunch of scrits over the top of his body, on his shoulders, on his head, along the top of the guitar. They are all like
He's not even mad. This is
rocking
awesome.
out to this amazing punk rock tune.
Okay,
But
so
they're not leaving because you've got the music and they're loving it.
okay. How long do you guys want me to play for before you head off to City Hall?
They don't respond. They're in the zone.
Yeah,
He has become the Pied Piper.
Are any of them following out, or is it just the ones that are on him?
Nope, just the ones that are on him. The other ones in the library are still there. But there's a good 15 scrits on his body. You get the feeling that it's the majority, but there are a few diehards who are still in the library who are like, fuck this guy, I don't even like punk music.
How far away is the town hall from where we are?
Will drew the map yesterday.
How
How far away is it? It's like
let me just refer to my map.
It's on the other side of the
Yeah. So
the square that's a circle.
So you said that the scrits down the other end, so that'd be near where Pete is, yeah?
Yes.
How many did Pete see that were like, "Rah"?
Make a perception check.
Come on, nice. Oh, how does 26 grab you?
Oh, like 5 or 6.
Okay, he'll just clock that number as like 6.
Axel, you're
Yo.
standing in the middle of the road, playing punk music, covered in imps. What are you doing?
I guess he's gonna just stop playing for a moment to see what happens.
They all look very disappointed. There's a lot of, "Oh, bro, come on! Why'd you stop?"
Because I think it's time for you guys to. I can't play all night, man. My fingers are getting tired, and and you know, the town hall's over there. You guys look mighty hungry. Rocking out seems to have made you look a little famished. Go get the tax folios.
They look disgruntled. They're like, poke you. Play more! More! Play! Poke.
All right. So,
Go for a walk.
yeah, he keeps heading towards City Hall.
Okay.
Lily goes with.
Okay. So, this went to the direction I was not expecting. Welcome to the Horde. Right, so you head across town to the City Hall. I don't have a map for that because I wasn't expecting you to go to City Hall today.
Neither was I.
But
Here we
it's
go.
such a good idea.
You approach the town hall with covered in imps.
Before we get to within sight of it or too close, we probably don't want to walk in there with them on you.
No, I wasn't going to. I'm not going in there. There's no way he's going in there.
Awesome. Just wanted to make sure we had that covered.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing? You're approaching the town hall.
Yep. And Axel will take one of his manuscripts of lyrics out and says, if you guys get off and leave right now, you can have this. These are my lyrics. These are my songs. So you'll have my songs forever. It's a
Aw.
it's a mundane ass book. It's like a notebook just with
Yeah.
scribbles and pictures
Yep.
of dicks and people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Several of them like climb up and sniff at it like you would sniff at someone offering you a delicious plate of goodies. Make another diplomacy or persuasion. If that's something. I can never remember what the things are.
No, there's no persuasion in this one.
Diplomacy and
Can I help?
society, I think, are the
Yeah.
ones.
How are you helping?
The notebook will taste like his music sounds.
That's some good
So,
synesthesia.
You need to also roll a diplomacy check.
I got 24 on diplomacy,
Woohoo!
straight up, with no bonus.
13.
24. One of them nibbles at the edge of the page and then it goes, "Oh, that's good. Come on, guys!" And they all like swarm the notebook, and then the notebook and the imps all disappear. Like, oh, were you gonna throw it?
Yeah, he was going to throw
Throw
it,
it,
and
do it.
throw it. He was going to
What's that,
throw it
buddy?
into city, like throw it into City Hall.
Towards the so this notebook of lyrics flies through the door into the city hall. Quinn is sitting at the desk and he looks up and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he watches as this notebook is disintegrated in mid-air, and by the time it hits the ground, it's just imps. Like the book is gone, and they all stop. They look up at him and they go, "Hee hee! Axfolios!" And they go running in and they just swarm him and through the like passageways and disappear off into the various rooms in City Hall. And he's just sitting there like, "What the fuck just happened?"
After Axel and Lenny leave, can I have popped his dock and pointed out the window and go, "There goes 15 of them right there."
Yeah. He's like, I saw that. That was impressive. That was good.
Oh,
That was
Got a few more, but I just wanted you to notice them.
The docs see Axel run past playing guitar with books all
Yep.
over him.
because you would have had to run through the entrance, the like entrance hall to do it.
Ah,
That's
Yep.
so good.
Yep.
okay.
Seeing like his notebook demolished and like a stealthily. Can I do a stealth check to
Sure.
poke his head in the door? Well, just to look through the door, I guess.
Yeah.
That's an 11 stealth.
This is going to make the mission in a couple of weeks' time in the city hall much more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Axel laughs to himself. That was so fucking badass. And then he's gonna go running. He's like, "Come on, Lenny, let's go." And we'll head back to
They've
Doc's
got
office.
such a good reason to be there now.
Yeah. This is how we make job security.
Just transfer the problem.
That's called
to a different
racketeering,
folder.
and I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
Well, we don't know anymore because the laws got eaten.
It's
So-
illegal. It'll be
Realistically-
illegal if we get caught.
If you had fucked with anyone else in this town, Angeline would be pissed. But the mayor, she doesn't like that fucker. So
Axel knows this after his interaction with the mayor.
We're gonna get a bonus from Annalise.
The question is that letter going to survive?
Alright, so
Find out.
Axel, you return triumphant to the doctor's office. There are maybe 5 or 6 Scrits left in the library who you did not convince to join you in your punk endeavors, who you will still have to deal with. But we're going to take a break because this is going a lot faster than I anticipated.
And honestly, my chest hurts. I need to stop laughing.
Due to the magic of music. It's amazing. So, we're going to take a break. Today we are giving away a copy of Eeny Meeny Miny Mo, Tales for Tired Tykes, which is a book that Will and I made. I don't have a handy
Ooh.
copy, but it is awesome. It's a children's book. It's a book of children's stories. It is fully illustrated. The contents page has illustrations instead of names so that your tiny people can point at the story they want without having to know how to read, so that you can read them to them. It's very, very beautiful and we love it. So if you would like a copy, hang around, play some marbles with Adam. And we'll be back in 10-15 minutes. See you soon. Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome back to the Gallant Horde, where we are using the magic of punk music to remove Scrits from a library. because that's how we roll. Because the Horde is full of bullshit. Anyway, it looks like Jen won the book, so Jen, please send me an email, sparabel@gmail.com, with your postal address. I'm sure I have it on file somewhere, but just send it to me anyway so that I don't have to go looking for it, and I will get that sent out to you ASAP.
Show us
If
the
you-
book, man.
Oh yeah, I've got it here, look. It miraculously appeared on my desk during the break. Look how pretty it is.
It is nice.
It's actually super shiny.
It is very glossy. I will show you the awesome contents page, which was designed by Will. Look
Oh,
at it.
cute.
It's so cool. And every story has a full page color illustration. The illustrations were done by one John Stubbington. He did such a great job. They're gorgeous. I'm trying to find one of my favorites. Look at this little puppy. So they all have this
Aw.
like awesome kind of cartoony style. They're beautiful. This is also one of my favorite ones. Look how pretty it is.
Aw.
So every story has one of those. It's very cool. If you did not win it and you want a copy, you can get it at the Patchwork Raven website. I'm just saying. Um,
I put the link in chat, so if you scroll back,
Yay.
you can find it.
thank you.
So every time I've got where I've got all you guys set up on my screen, and then I've got the Twitch stream behind it, and every time Jax like holds the book up and does this, it looks like she's like poking around the other screen to look at me. And it's too Jax.
Awesome. Alrighty, so Axel has managed to remove 15 of the scrits using the power of punk rock, and has managed to move them on to the town hall where they are going in search of tax portfolios or something,
And bylaws
and
and
bylaws, and yep. So
I love this game.
there are still like 6 of them in the library that Pete has spotted. The grease will have gone after a minute, so it's probably gone by now. Is there anything the rest of you in the library are doing while Axel is running down the center of Circle Creek covered in imps?
I'll be like talking to the little imps that I saw and disappeared in Undercommon. Just saying that, just basically trying to persuade them that, hey, all your buddies have all taken off with my buddy, and they're gonna get all the good shit, so maybe you want to like rock on over there as well. You know,
There is no response. Like they're just chilling. They're in hiding again.
the Pete's just gonna like just keep this like very one-way conversation.
Well, so if they don't want to leave, we kind of, I guess, need to force the issue.
Yeah, is there something they don't like maybe smoke or something we could, like, introduce an environment that would make them want to leave?
Well, as long as they
Carrot's
breathe,
not working.
we could
Yeah, we gotta
pretty
use the
easily break
stick.
them out.
Carrot's not working.
We could also just remove every book from this library.
Ah,
It's exceptionally
I
tedious.
I feel like Doc would have done that already if that was going to be the solution.
Yes, but I mean, it's if we want to not annoy them, well, I guess that would still annoy. I don't know.
Let me know when enough time's passed for
Yep.
Axel to return.
I would assume it's a couple of minutes because it was a bit of a show.
I'm gonna look around to see if there's anywhere where I could safely start a fire.
I mean, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. This whole room is full of books. There is no safe fire here.
You know what? I'm going to take out my ever-burning torch.
Okay.
Maybe they don't like bright light. I'm just going to put it up to the books and see if that has any effect on them.
They don't seem to mind the bright light.
I don't care. All right, put it away.
All right, Axel, you can probably return at this point.
Cool.
And what's your name? Linny.
Linny.
Linny, since you're a expert on these things, is there anything that they specifically don't like?
Please hold. Make a nature check.
Can do. 16.
They probably don't like fire, but that's because of the fact that they like books.
Also, I
Mhm.
don't think anything really enjoys fire.
Yeah.
It's-
I think
Unless
Pete,
it's
I
made
think
of
Pete
fire.
probably does.
There doesn't seem to be anything particularly. Just as an aside, it turns out that after these things eat the books, for like a day after eating it, they can recall everything on it, which means these scrits are now singing Axel's punk songs for the next 24 hours.
The mayor's office.
He's got some backup singers. Oh, that's adorable.
That is good. That's going to cause so much chaos in Town Hall.
So I don't suppose that this corner here of books is just where all the cynical psychology pieces are, which is why they don't.
It was actually just that they were further away from Axel and so slightly less affected by his awesomeness.
From my experience with these, they don't like fire, mainly because fire burns their food. They go where the chaos is. If we can't convince them to leave, we can let Bushy here deal with it. This is loud enough, and it's in common, but it is the last part of it is targeted to the scrits.
Axel will speak up, not bullhorning anymore, but once again reading the air, he will say, if you don't like punk rock, I could play someone else.
Are you into freeform jazz?
Or Swayland.
Nobody's into freeform jazz, my dude, and if they are, they're lying.
I'm thinking like some real like blues like slide.
I was thinking more like singer-songwriter Taylor Swift vibes.
I would love to see Will pull that one off.
Exactly.
You're asking the wrong bud. You can ask one of those lute playing pussies to play that shit, my man. Can I make my diplomacy check to see if they
Sure.
like other music?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah. Cool. That's 23 total with my situation bonus from Read the Air.
You get the impression that the scrits on that side of the room, perhaps because that is where the cynical psychology books are. Who can tell? They've been eating some whatever Freud is, and they're like, well, this is obviously bullshit.
Obviously.
And so they probably do like
freeform jazz,
jazzy, bluesy stuff a bit more than punk rock. Like they're just a little bit more sophisticated. They're still rebels. They still are not fans of the establishment, but they're like the kind of rebels who write manifestos, not the kind of rebels that break down walls. You know what I mean?
Has a really good manifesto in the town hall.
Can Dahlia pull some books out from over here where the Kalina did her harm and see if there's any carcasses, any corpses?
Sure. Make a perception check.
23.
There are not. Basically,
Okay.
all the ones that were there went to town hall. Kalina did some damage, but did not actually kill any of them.
Didn't kill any. Okay.
Yeah.
There's
They're
none
slightly
wounded,
more
or just-
robust than that.
They're all gone. Okay.
They can all one-shot us, but we can't one-shot them.
You really can't. They can make you fall over. And they can slightly poison you. That's about it.
What's the worst smell that you can imagine?
Is that a question for
Dinner
your
with
party?
the myconoids. That was
Oh.
great.
Bentworth.
Mm.
Yes. I reach into my pocket and pull out
Oh no!
the
You
box
got that
which has
mushroom.
the dessert.
You have the corpse flower mushroom or whatever that
And
thing
it's
was.
been sitting in a box for weeks.
I'm gonna
I
open
see
it up.
the box and Pete immediately just pulls out his like healer's kit, starts prepping like poison resist, like curing stuff.
I'm gonna open up the box, pull it, like scoop it out, and just kind of plop it on one of like the bookshelves, and just kind of blow air onto it to see if I can waft the smell around the room.
Leanie is almost gapping it because she has a very good sense of smell.
Oh no!
Okay.
Smells like
Where are you
home.
doing this, Bergamot?
Since I was standing here, I'll do it like probably just around here somewhere.
You would know they're all in the corner by Pete.
Yeah, you
Oh,
would.
sorry, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, I would
Pete,
have.
Pete spotted the ones that were like the manifesto
Like,
writers.
eh.
Cool.
Yeah.
then in that case, I'm gonna walk over and like, I'm gonna get out a piece of paper and put it on the chair, and then put the crap on top of the piece of paper on the chair.
Okay. Okay. Cool. One of them makes a sound of great disgust, leaps from the head of the statue where it's been hanging out, and is going to attack you because that's disgusting. It is going to use sticky fingers, which is the only attack it has.
Okay.
12,
Nope.
23.
There. Yep.
Woo! So you take a whopping 3 points of piercing damage from its little claws, and I need you
To roll initiative.
to make a fortitude save, please,
Okay.
because its fingers are covered in ink and skin oils,
That's a nat 20 for 26.
which have no effect on you whatsoever. You will watch as this tiny creature just launches itself from the head of the statue at Bergamot and is now like sinking its claws into her and like, that's disgusting! Ah! Bergamot, do you wish to react in some way?
Yes, I'm going to try and grapple it. first.
Okay.
We're going to see
Okay.
how that goes.
Yep. That's remind me. Reflex save on
Uh,
its part?
no, I
know we did this
Christ.
last time and I can't frickin' remember. Acrobatics? Maybe or athletics. Athletics. I think it was.
Athletics against
You'll-
Fortitude DC.
Yeah. So it's just your DC. You don't have to roll anything. I just need to know your fortitude.
Oh, I see. I understand. +6.
I'm going to use my hero point to re-roll that. Another athletics check. Really?
You might have Twitch inspo.
Can I use Twitch inspiration after I use my hero point?
Yeah.
Okay. I will use that.
You are far kinder than I am.
Wow. Okay, cool. We got to a double digit that time. We're at 11.
Oh, that's the ow.
Yeah. So, no. I'm going to guess I do not grab him.
No. It just like pulls its tongue out at you and then launches itself back up on top of the statue.
Can I ask you a question?
Do I-
How big is your frog?
My frog?
Yeah.
It's a tree frog, so it's not particularly big.
Okay, but how big is it compared to like these scrits?
I
Because
would,
I'm thinking,
I would say yes, he is, and it's called Chomps for a reason. He does like to bite things.
Does
but
he have an attack? Like, is...
yeah, like I don't know.
Technically, no, they do not.
no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just so funny in my head. Just like,
Yeah.
That Scrit is now standing back on top of that statue, and it is just swearing at you profusely in both Undercommon and Sylvan. It's doing that thing bilingual people do when they are extremely angry, and they just pick the worst swear words from every language they know.
Okay. Just
Whoa, whoa.
gonna say rude, and
Ew.
I'm gonna shoot my Tanglefoot at it.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to let you do this, and then we're going to roll initiative, because this seems to now be descending into combat territory. Go. Tanglefoot. What's the deal with that?
19 to hit.
I'm pretty sure that hits. Yes, that hits.
Okay, so I'd assume it's just a standard hit. It's not a critical.
Yes, correct.
Cool. He just takes a minus 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for a round,
Okay.
and it can use
Alright.
it can attempt to escape if it wants to, but they'll
Very
use it.
good. Okay, my darlings. Please roll initiative. I'm going to just move.
How?
Perception.
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 Oh, that's easy.
I'm just going to move some scripts.
Oh, natural one. There it is,
Excellent.
baby.
I
Excellent,
got it
don't wanna fight.
too.
On camera, all of the peeps, including some scripts. Right. Go.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Doc's not there. Remove Doc, please. He's gone away. Remove from stage. Bye. Cool. Pete, what have you got?
So I've got a 10 off a natural one.
Cool.
Yeah,
Bergamot, what have you got?
11.
Awesome.
Is that 2 off a natural one?
Kalina, what have you got?
No, it's not.
9.
Oh, it's getting better. Axel, what have you got?
7 off a natural 1.
Wow.
Talia, what have you got?
Off a natural 2.
What was the total?
6.
6. Leanie?
I rolled higher. but got
15.
better.
15.
Well, there's your expert.
Wow.
I'm so glad we brought a ringer to this game.
So the scripts are going first.
Yeah,
I mean, that checks
that's
out.
fair.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. There are 6 of them left. This one is going to... Hang on, I just have to move everybody to the layer that you can actually see them. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, there's one there. 4, 5.
Holy shit, one script is worse than me.
Alrighty. So you said a 10-foot thingy, right?
Yeah. He's reduced. His speed
yeah.
is reduced by 10 feet.
Cool. I think in that case he's can get your frog.
I believe it's until my next turn.
Cool. He's going to attack your frog because that's all he can reach.
Dick.
God damn it! Sorry, he went somewhere weird. This is the problem with tiny creatures, is they jump to the wrong side of the thing. This one's gonna go for Pete. This one's gonna go for Pete. No, it's not. It's gonna go for Bergamot because she's the one causing trouble. This one's gonna go for Bergamot. This one's gonna go for Bergamot. This one's too far away from everybody. This one's going to use 2 to get to the frog and go for the frog. Because scripts don't differentiate between creatures.
They're all big to them, right?
They're not speciest. They
Yes.
hate everything that's not a script.
100%.
Scripts don't see color.
2 scripts on the frog. 1 gets 1 attack, 1 gets 2 attacks. So the first one is a dirty 20.
Yep. That
Please.
hits.
Please take 5. That was max damage. 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Is your frog alive?
Yep.
Cool. I need your frog to please make a fortitude save.
Okay. 25.
Oh, your frog's fine. Second Scrit, 2 attacks. 10. I'm guessing misses.
Yep, he misses.
Second attack, 12.
Nope.
Cool. Right, who's next? Pete. Pete. 1 Scrit, 2 attacks. First attack, 15.
Misses.
Second attack, 21.
God damn it, that hits.
Please take 3 points of piercing damage and make a fortitude save for me.
Sure. How does 25 grab you?
You're fine. Bergamot,
Yes.
you have 2 Scrits with 2 attacks and 1 Scrit with 1 attack, so we'll do the one with 1 first,
Okay,
because it's different. 24!
that definitely hits.
Please take 2 points of piercing damage and make a fortitude save.
Okay. 24.
You're fine. Second Scrit. 2 attacks. First attack, 14.
Nope.
Second attack, 12.
Nope.
Third Scrit. First attack, 9.
Oh boy.
21 for the second. 21 for the second.
Yeah, there you
Woo!
go.
Please take 2 points of piercing damage and make a fortitude save.
14.
14 is the DC.
Beat to beat, baby!
Right, so that is the Scrits. I'm looking at my page like that's where the thing is. It's not where the thing is. Next will be Linny.
Cool. Now I need to
Or
work out
Leany.
what
I
the hell I
don't
am
know.
gonna do.
How does Pathfinder work? Talk
So-
about jumping in the deep end.
That's fun.
Please hold.
So, what the hell is my movement? Oh, I'm little as well. Balls, I've only got 25 feet movement speed.
Yes, you're small.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
standard.
That's
Yeah.
We all
average.
are.
So I'm just gonna move, and then see what's happening. So I will ready a shield that she's holding,
Okay,
and that is her turn.
cool. Bergamot.
Yep.
You're up.
Okay.
Yeah, because everyone's initiative was terrible.
Yeah, so was mine, but yeah, I guess
Yes.
it's just one of those days.
But on law of averages, your initiative was great.
It sure was.
It's just one of those days. Okay, so well, Bergamot's just gonna start swinging around wildly, considering she's being attacked from every single
Yep.
direction. So, first one
To be fair, you started it.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to start it, so it's fine. I'll attack the one to the north first.
Okay,
It's a 12 to hit.
that misses.
Okay, cool.
Because they're
Swing
actually...
again.
Sorry, I have to move you so I can get my script back. There we go. They're very nimble. So they're like flying around in the air. They're hard to hit.
Yeah, swinging again, it was a 6, so that definitely
Ooh.
misses. And for my last action, can I pick up chomps and try to put him in my pouch? To,
Sure.
like, keep him defended?
Yep.
Cool.
There are 2 scripts on him.
Do they have attack of opportunity?
No. Are you
So-
gonna like shake them off? They're like physically on his body.
Oh, they're actually, like, clinging onto him.
Yeah, because they're tiny.
They attacked.
Okay. Yes. In that case.
You're
do
gonna
I have-
shake it like
Yep.
a Polaroid picture.
Shake the
Make a. Adam's shaking his head at me.
There's a lot of things
This
I have
episode of the
questions
Gallant
about.
Horde is brought to you by musical references.
It's Axel's bad influence.
Axel's good influence.
Okay. I guess I will. Can you just roll me a? I don't know, a shake attack. What the fuck even is that?
I
Like
believe
a
it's called
dexterity?
twerking.
I could just roll dexterity.
Twerking. The frog is twerking. Yes, let's go with that. Roll dexterity, and I'll get them to do reflex saves.
Shake the
Okay.
frog sounded like something very different.
Um,
Work the frog
that's a
makes it
15.
worse. Just
Sorry, I'm trying to get. Okay. 13? What did you get?
15.
Okay, so that one fell off. Let's try again. How do I do it again? Do it again! Second one was 28. So one
Ooh.
has fallen off onto the ground. The other one is still clinging to your frog. Do you still want to put your frog away? Or do you want to hang on to it?
Well, yeah, no, I'll hold on to him for now.
Okay.
But I'll just
Cool.
hold him up, so I have to try and put a bit more effort into getting him.
Right. That's your turn?
Yep.
Awesome. The fuck is happening? Sorry, weird things are
Scrits.
happening with my stage. Go back
Scrits
to
are
the
reading your stage.
It's not made of paper, you guys. Sorry, please hold while I figure out what on earth I'm doing. Why does it say not?
Chomp's got a heal.
Jumps got healed by chat.
Yeah.
Cool. What the fuck is happening? Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong place. God damn it, Jax. All right, Pete, you're up.
So one's like grabbed hold of me from behind, yeah?
Jump down from like the back of the chair onto your shoulders.
Cool.
Shoulder. It's tiny.
And I like grab that one first.
You can try.
Cool, so I have to roll athletics.
Yes.
So I rolled
Let's
a
go with that.
14.
Athletics. What was that?
14.
Oh, hang on. Let me roll my thing.
Roll your thing.
Roll my thing.
And then shit's gonna get weird.
Oh,
I
then it's
got
gonna
a
get
22.
pretty normal.
You cannot grab him.
I think that's the tagline of the episode. Shit's gonna get weird.
So
Yeah, it's been weird.
can I
It dodges.
move to here, and then, because I've got wings,
Mm.
stretch my wings out and like use my wings to like beat my wings together to push them all up against the wall?
Is that a thing your wings can do?
Absolutely not. I just want to ask you if that's a thing my wings can do in this specific situation, because these are tiny little creatures.
Okay, one of them is still clinging to your shoulder,
Yeah, well, that one's
so
okay.
that one's gonna stay where it is.
Yeah.
I guess make an unarmed attack.
I'll take that.
Pete cast Gust.
How does an 18 grab you for an unarmed attack?
I mean, it's more than their DC, so I'm gonna say that they
Roll
get to
the
make
damage?
a reflex check, a reflex save, sorry, to see if they can resist your wing wind. And if they fail, and we'll make your attack was what, 18? You said?
Yes.
So we'll make that the DC. If I'm just, how does Pathfinder work? Jax is making it up. And if they fail, then they will bash against the wall and take damage from bashing against the wall.
Cool.
Fair? So we have
It's
5.
getting weird. It's okay.
First one is a 14, so that fails. There are 5 of them. Second one is an 18, so that succeeds. That's probably the one on chomps. Third one is a 29, so that succeeds. Fourth one is a 16, so that fails. Fifth one is a 12, so that fails. So 3 of them failed, 2 succeeded. They are flung against this wall. Please roll a d4 plus your strength modifier.
So, what my unarmed attack would be? 3.
Yeah. Cool. They each take 3 points of damage. Again,
Nice.
I'm tracking it on Roll20 because it's easier to keep track of where things are and who's what. Is that cool with you
And,
all?
and I'll say in undercommons, like, dudes, you could be eating laws right now.
Okay, so what did we say? 3. -3. -3. -3. You could be eating laws right now. Make a diplomacy check, just for funsies.
Ooh.
Nine.
Cool. All right, Pete. Anything else? I feel like that's your turn.
That's
I don't know
definitely my
what
turn.
kind of thing any of those things were, but we're gonna just go with that. Kalina.
Lena can't really do anything. She's just gonna at 25-foot movement speed, everyone.
Yep.
She's just gonna stroll on up. I guess she's gonna throw her knife on at the Scrit that's on Matt's
Pete's
shoulder.
shoulder?
Pete's shoulder, yeah.
Cool. Don't roll a critical failure.
That'd be hilarious.
There are worse things that I could roll.
There were things I could roll.
You know what? I'm going to use Twitch Inspo. It wasn't a one, but it wasn't. It was a very low roll. I'm gonna re-roll that. Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh.
It's the exact same thing. Yeah, she just yeah, it's a 10.
It's a 10. Well, the good news is you don't hit Pete. The bad news is you also don't hit the Scrits. Your knife goes clatter, clatter, clatter onto the ground.
That's my
Bounces off
turn.
Pete's shiny new armor. Like,
Cool.
oh, that's what that feels like.
That's the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Axel.
Okay. Axel is going to move. Oh, I'm still on the measure. Up to here, and he wants to climb up onto the bookshelf. On top
Okay,
of it.
I also, because I have forgotten that it's a thing, but I need to do this because of how fucking awesome that image was. I would like to give Axel a hero point for running down the street covered in Scrits singing punk rock.
Yes.
Because that is
yes.
fucking dope.
Yeah.
So you have one more hero point to use if you wish. Sorry, where are you climbing up? Yes, onto the thing.
Hey. Yes, climbing up onto that. Do I need to make a check for that, or is it something he can just do?
You can make an acrobatics or athletics check just for fun.
Climbing is athletics.
I'm going to make acrobatics because he's got a -1 for athletics.
I feel like in those situations you use the skills at your disposal. That's why I always let it be.
That's
whatever.
14.
40, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. And then he's going to use the rest of his movement to get to about there, I think.
One of those Scrits got healed by a jazz lover in chat.
And then for his last action, he is going to cast Lingering Composition.
Is Lingering Composition a one-action spell?
It is.
Okay, just checking. Cool, what does that do?
You add a flourish to your composition to extend its benefits. If your next action is to cast a cantrip composition within a duration of 1 round, attempt a performance check. The DC is usually a standard difficulty DC of a level equal to the highest level target of your composition. The effect depends on the result of your check. So critical success, the composition then lasts 4 rounds, success 3 rounds, failure
Gotcha.
1 round.
Okay, cool. So you're just going to hang on to that till your next turn, yes?
Yes, unless you want me to make the performance check now to see how long it
Nah.
lasts.
Nah, let's do it when we get there.
Okay.
Dahlia!
And, as a free action, he's going to say, "Stop fucking hurting them, you psychos!" to his fellow adventurers,
Yeah,
not to the
yeah.
script.
Axel has found some kindred spirits in these Scrits. Dahlia, you're up.
Uh-oh, she's about to hurt him. Let's see, where am I?
I just wonder how she's going to keep Lucky from eating them.
He doesn't eat. He's not a cat. It's
Lucky's
easy.
absolutely a cat.
He
Just
does
looks
not
like
eat.
it.
He just
Hashtag.
has the attitude. Can I see? Yeah, I can see 3 of them, right?
You can see, probably, well, yes, one is clinging to
So
Pete's
2 over
shoulders.
here and 1 here. Magic missile.
One is on
One-
Chomps' back, and one
Magic-
is flying next to Bergamot, and then the other 3 have been smashed against the wall by Pete's improvised wing attack.
So
Winging it, man.
this
So good.
one and these two, magic missile on each of them.
Sorry, I missed
One.
which ones. I missed which ones you were.
That's all right. This one over here by Pete, and
Yep.
then these two
Okay.
over here.
Yep.
So automatically hits. It's
Yep.
1 action per missile. The distance is like 120.
Yep.
And so they'll take these. This time I'll roll it. Last time I just said, oh, it's 5. So it's 4. 4 plus. Cast that. And do. Oh, it didn't break down the dice rolls for me. Does it show?
4, 2, and 2.
Okay.
So it'll
So
be
one takes 4, one. No, that's not enough. It's 11. Does it show what my dice rolls are?
Let me look at the dice.
Because it's just
I
giving me
think
a
that's-
total.
Yeah, it
That's the
says
first-
4, a 2, and a 2.
And then it's a +3 at the end.
But 4, 2, and 2 doesn't add it. Oh, because it's only adding 1. So it should be a D4 plus 1. So if it's 4, 2, 2, then it's 5, 3, 3 damage.
Gotcha. Cool.
And that's her turn. Oh no, you know what? She couldn't have moved, but she has plenty of
Range.
range. She has plenty of range.
Cool. Perfect. That is Dahlia. Which brings us back to the scripts. I'm gonna roll for script decision making.
Leadership test. Yeah.
Yeah. Undercommon, get out! Save yourselves!
They're not smart enough to do that yet. Alright,
That's cool.
so the one on chomps is gonna chomp chomps. This one is gonna also chomp chomps. These ones are gonna fly back to Bergamot because they can't get to anyone else. Oh, maybe one of them can get to Pete. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they can get to Pete. This one's gonna go for Pete too because he hurt them. So 2 chomps, 1 Bergamot, 3 Pete.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Chomps gets 3 attacks because it's already on his body from the
Okay.
first guy. 9.
Nope.
18.
Yes.
Take 5 points of piercing damage.
Jeez, you're rolling well.
That's
and,
a maximum damage.
and
And
that
a
was,
fortitude.
and that was a 14 for the save.
Okay, so you're good. Third attack, 9.
No.
The other one.
Oh, sorry, no, it was an 11, not a 14 for the save.
Oh. Oh. Well, in that case.
Got another healing word for chomps.
Chomps is going to take some poison damage and is now sickened 1.
Oh no!
Unless he's immune to poison. And this
No.
lasts for at least 4 rounds.
Okay.
Wow.
So, gonna have to roll it like this, I guess. Go. 2 points of poison damage.
Okay.
I'll just
2
make a
points
note.
of damage,
1.
and then 5
2,
points
3,
of healing.
Alrighty. That was the first script, right?
Yep.
Cool.
That was one which had 3 attacks, then the other one has
Yes,
2.
so that was the first. So this one has 2 attacks. Dirty 20.
Yep, that definitely hits.
I'ma kill your frog. 2 points of damage.
Yep, and that's a 13 for the fortitude save.
So we'll get back to the poison because 3, 4. I guess that makes him sickened 2. I don't know what
Yeah.
sickened. Yeah.
Mm.
The next one was an 8, so that misses, and I will
Mhm.
roll your poison damage because I have to do that separately. 2 points of poison damage.
2 points, okay.
Right. Bergamot.
Mm-hmm.
25. I'm assuming 25 hits you.
Yeah.
5 points of piercing damage.
Jeez, again.
Yes.
Okay, yep. And
What's
do
your
I
a
like
AC?
Hero
save.
Labs dice roller.
Oh god, that's a 10. So,
Oh.
wait, no, wait. I got inspiration again, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
That's an 11. Awesome. Okay.
Okay. So Bergamot is also sickened.
Jamie, what's your AC?
17.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
That wasn't a critical.
One
That would have
more.
been a critical for me. That's what I was asking. That's what-
23.
Yep.
Oof.
3 points of piercing damage.
Cool. And that's a 17.
Okay.
Yep,
So that one does not poison you. For the one that poisoned you, you take 1 point of poison damage. It's not too
Cool.
bad. But you are going to take that for the next 4 rounds unless someone unpoisons you and your frog.
Oh, wait. So I take poison damage each turn as
Yes.
well. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Each round on their turn, because you're sickened, you take poison damage
Oh.
on each round until I think. Oh, I don't know. It says here.
The second just means you get a minus to your DCs and
Yeah.
such, and you can't drink potions.
It says 1d4 poison damage and sickened every round for 4
Okay.
rounds. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. That brings us to Pete. You have 1 on your body. No, you have 3.
Yeah.
One has 3 attacks, the other 2 have 2 attacks each. So we'll do the 3 attacks first. 22.
Hits.
Please take 3 points of piercing damage. And do a fortitude save.
Wait, did I hide that on me? Where is that?
I don't know.
No, like I know I did it just before, and my brain is like, nah. Oh, there it is. 16
Yeah, you're fine. Second attack, 7.
misses.
Third attack, 19.
Hits.
That is 4 points of piercing damage. And another fortitude save, please.
21.
Yeah, you're good. Second Scrit. First attack, 24. I'm rolling so
Yeah.
well, you guys. That's ridiculous. 5 points of piercing damage. I'm glad it's showing you these rolls. Second attack, 21.
That hits. I need a fortitude save, yeah?
Yes, you do. That's another 3 points of piercing damage.
I have Twitch inspiration, yes?
Yes.
I'm gonna use that. 23.
Yeah, you're good. Did you take the 3 points of piercing from that one?
The
second attack. Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Cool. Third attack is a 6.
Fortitude save. That one's an 11, and I can't do anything about that one. Oh no, I
thought
can
that was
spend a
for-
hero point.
Yes, you can spend a hero point. Which lets you reroll, but you have to take the second roll.
Alright. 16! Yeah!
Yeah. Right, final Scrit. First roll. Natural 20 for 27.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
So that's a
hits.
crit.
Oh,
Yeah, my AC's 18.
I think
Oh.
if it's in that, I think we decided last week that if it's a nat
Yeah,
20,
it's-
it's still crits.
It's still a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So please take 10 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and make a fortitude save. Please pay attention to
Total
chat,
for
everyone.
20.
What's that? 20?
Yep.
Cool, cool. Last attack on you is a dirty 20 for 2 points of piercing. Aren't you glad you got rid of 15 of these guys before you fought them?
Yeah.
And that's a 19.
Cool.
And I got a healing wordy thing from
Yeah, you
chat.
did.
Yeah. Mhm.
Cool. That's the Scrits. Lenny.
Cool.
Point of order. Earlier when you asked about weaknesses, I did not read the character sheet properly. They actually have a weakness to cold iron, like fey creatures often do, and Lenny would have known that. My bad. I only just noticed that now.
It's 1d4.
Cool. So Lenny's gonna get a little theatrical.
Excellent.
Yes.
And is going to effectively partially cast Produce Flame
Okay.
on her sickle,
Uh-huh.
because it can be it's basically adding 1d4 fire damage to a melee attack.
Okay.
Once she's done that, in Sylvan, to the Scrits. Your friends chose to leave. They are eating the finest paper they have ever come across. You are about to meet my fiery blade. Choose to run and live. Stay and burn.
Make an intimidation check.
Yes.
Run and live, stay and burn. I love it.
14.
Okay. I mean, you won't know how it's landed until their turn, but
So that's effectively using the action to cast it, because it's a cantrip, I'll fully cast it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
staying... actually, I will move closer as I'm saying it. Think like a cat stalking its prey.
awesome.
And just walking up with this burning sickle.
Okay.
And I'll leave it there.
All right. Bergamot.
Okay, so the little bastards jump back on the chomps again.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and shake them off again.
Okay. Please make a shake attack. What did we do last time? You rolled
I just rolled dexterity, basically. Yeah, that's a 12, so it's not
Okay.
great.
So they have to beat a 12 to stay on.
Yep,
That's a 15 for the first one,
yep. I
and a
expect
13.
Yeah.
13 for the second one.
I'm just going to do it again because I really want to make sure that Chomp stays alive.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 for 22.
Nice. First one is a 12, so he
Good.
falls off. Second one is a 16, so they both fall off chumps.
Awesome. I'm going to I would like to first cast heal on him.
Okay. Heal your
'cause-
frog.
Oh, that's just a straight up 8, so that's good. Good. So he's back at full health, but he's going to be taking poison damage. And then, can I just clutch him to me and then just curl up into a ball to try and protect him?
Sure.
Awesome.
You are now a frog shell.
Awesome.
Cool. That's
Oh,
you.
and I guess I take poison damage at the end of my turn?
Oh, no, you take it on their round. On their
Oh,
turn.
no. Cool.
Yep.
Sweet as.
Alrighty. Pete.
Pete's gonna walk up, because I'm right next to Bergamot, I'm gonna, use my healer's tools that I have with me, and I'm going to do, in combat treat wounds on him.
Okay.
So you can take 12 points of healing.
Nice.
And I have to roll a d20 to see if it's above a 15, and if it's above a 15, you get your... Oh no, it's wounded. It doesn't matter, you're not wounded. I thought it was
No.
also poison.
No.
Cool. You can take some healing back, and Pete will just cross his arms across his chest and be like, "Ow, little dudes." Ow. And cast heal on himself.
Okay.
You also got a healing word from chat.
Cool.
Cool. Is that you, Pete?
Yes. I have 25 more hit points back, which actually takes me to max.
Awesome. Kalina.
Kalina was going to go and kill them some more, but with a literal burning sickle right where she was going to go, and having a burning sickle just erupt right next to her, she's actually gonna stay put, I think, actually. She's like, yeah, okay, this was fun and all, but let's keep the fire away from me. And
Fire
she's
bad.
just gonna
Boy, smell nice.
take a step back or two and just let the pyromaniac here deal with it. That's my turn.
Okay, cool. Axel.
Is when you move, is that like a full action, or can you move like one square? I think I read something
No.
about like what's the deal?
Moving at all is one of your 3 actions.
Okay, that's cool.
So you can use 2 of them to move twice, but the distance, it can't be more than what your 25 feet is overall, I think. Or it can't be... No, I think you can... Yeah, you can use the 25 feet for an action, but you can't split it up.
Alright.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's 30 for Axel.
Oh, whatever. Show off.
Cool. So he is going to move to there. He's still up on the bookshelf, so he's above everybody. And he is going to once again read the air, which will target this lingering composition thing.
Yep.
So I need to make a performance check to see if it works and how many rounds it is. So it says the standard difficulty DC, but it also says you can set a DC depending on this situation.
Yep. I have a number in my brain.
Ah, fantastic.
It's 5.
It's not
So
5.
It's got a 5 in
It's
it.
23 for performance.
Yeah, that beats the DC in my brain.
So just let me read this again. If it's a success, it lasts 3 rounds. If it's a critical success, blah, words are hard. It lasts 4 rounds.
3 rounds.
3 rounds. Cool. So, reading the air, Axel wants to know. I'm just going to read the spell again so I know what I'm reading the air. So it's reading the air, so he's going to see if like playing bluesy music will get them to stop and follow him again.
I would say that the introduction of fire to the equation has made them nervous. They're not loving that. They would probably welcome an out.
Okay. So.
But there's a lot of saving face. Like they don't want to look like, cowards.
Sissies.
Yeah. But they're not happy about the circumstances, and they're slightly intimidated by this gnome with a fiery scythe. So there's some indecision there. They could be swayed, is what I'm getting at.
All right. So with a +1, Axel is gonna sing a bluesy old song.
Okay.
With a performance, I can use a hero. Oh, do I have a Twitch inspiration?
Yep.
Yes.
You do, yes.
All right, I'm gonna use my Twitch inspiration to re-roll that garbage. Re-roll. That's voice.
Oh no.
Oh no! What was your total? What was your total?
11 on the re-roll.
That's performance, yeah?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
So he's like, wake up every morning and I head to City Hall. Yeah, I wake up every morning and I head to City Hall. I find myself some bottles and I mix me up some balo slaw. It's not his best
I
song.
lost law. I expect to see that at the anvil any day now.
Oh my god!
That was with a performance of 12 because it could have been way better.
Amazing. Not amazing enough though, because the dice have spoken.
That's
Dahlia.
his turn.
That's his turn. Dahlia.
All right. Is there one that looks more injured than others?
I mean, there's two that got smacked against a wall, but one of them seems to have been mysteriously healed by some sort of jazz fan. The two that have been thrown off chumps onto the ground are the ones that look the worst.
Okay, let me see what my... Alright, I gotta get a little bit closer to do this because I need 30 feet. Okay. So, 1 action to move and 2 actions to cast Biting Words.
Okay.
And in Undercommon, look, we try to give you a chance and you're just not listening, so this is for you, you little piss ants and shit. That is a attack. Let me.
Who are we attacking? The ones that are by chump.
Oh, it rolled damage. Why did it roll damage? I'm supposed to do a ranged spell attack. I don't have a button for that. What would be my plus for my spell attack?
Would it be your spell?
What was the spell?
Biting Words. Let me look at my thing.
It's not a
plus
save?
8.
You've
It's
rolled
a plus
it.
8. No, it's a. Did it roll the attack too?
Yep, 12.
Oh, okay.
12 misses.
Oh well, I think I have inspiration. Yes. So let me try that again. $26.
That hits.
Okay. And that does 2d6 sonic. Wow, 6? Great, thanks. It's
These are the ones on chumps?
it's just it's one target.
Oh, which
So
target are you?
this one is when I'm in 30 feet of.
Okay.
And
Well, he now looks the most hurt.
okay, that's my turn.
That's your turn.
Mhm.
That brings us to the Scrits. I am required to make... Well, I'm not required, but I am making a are they smart enough to GTFO check. That was a natural 20. So,
I
these
don't like being
Scrits
called piss ants.
look at this flaming scythe and at this ball of elf on the ground protecting the frog. And generally the circumstance that is not great, and they look up at the elf on top of the bookshelf who's playing really very mediocre blues.
Any blues is good blues.
And it turns out that even mediocre blues is enough, due to the fact that they're like, do we really want to die for these books when we could be eating different books and nobody's going to come and try to burn us? And so they will abandon their posts, fly over to Axel, perch on his shoulders and his head. They don't look as, like, into it as the previous lot of Scrits were. They're kind of doing that thing where if they could be, they would be holding a glass of very pretentious wine and nodding along in a this is really interesting sort of way. That's the vibe. But they're there and they're sitting there, and one of them pokes Axel in the cheek with its elbow and says, "All right, get us out of here, dude." And he sounds like a 40-year-old man saying the word dude badly. Hello, kids. I am one of you.
Hello,
You
fellow
know,
kids.
Yep. That's the
I
vibe.
love it. I love it.
He's like one of those old hippies who has never gotten over it.
Oh boy. Too
Oh,
real,
I
too
know that
real.
guy. He lives just down the road. It's cool.
Does anyone want to
Uh.
continue the initiative with more attackings, or are you going to let Axel do his thing?
No, I'm good
Let
with
Axel
them
do his
going.
All right, Axel, what are you doing?
Axel would like to cast Soothe,
Okay.
which means the Scrits can all regain, if they're all on him, they can all regain 1d10 plus 4 hit points.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
And they get a +2 status bonus to save against mental effects for the duration.
Cool.
Protect
gonna
them
laugh.
from the sad blues.
So now they're stoner scrits. Just super chill. Yeah,
They're very
cool.
chill.
Yeah.
They are soothed by your blues.
So they're very, very calm. And Axel's gonna sing at the top of his lungs. The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, and go downtown.
Oh
And then he's going to run off with the Scrits towards City Hall.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Why were you not always playing a bard? Come
I
on.
know. I'm like,
have-
this is.
I have no idea. This is so much fun.
Where has this been? I'm so excited. Okay, Axel proceeds back down the road to City Hall. What are you doing with these scripts? You've already sent the other ones in with your book of lyrics.
He's just going to say this. The good times are in there, man. The good times are in there.
They kind of sigh, look slightly cynical, and then take off and go into the building. And Quinn looks up and he's like, "What the fuck? There are more of them!" Go in and find their friends.
Axel will return to the library, slightly skipping.
The
Right,
library
Bill.
is now quiet. You are reasonably certain that you have gotten all the scripts. You've certainly gotten all the ones that you've seen.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to immediately pick up the stuff and put it back in the box.
Oh
And
yes.
Oh, good.
Cast
Stinky
cast
listen.
negate aroma, and then cancel out the smell, and then close the box immediately.
Excellent.
How's
Um,
Chomp looking?
he actually got healed up, but he's still poisoned.
So's Bergamot.
I am, but I
You
have
should
much more
actually-
health.
Yeah, you should probably both take some poison damage, actually, because that poison. We're out of initiative, but it'll still be hitting. So I will say, Chomps, 1 point of poison damage.
Okay,
Bergamot, also 1 point of poison damage.
okay.
Just as well we're in a doctor's surgery.
6 seconds later, it's going to happen again. So is anyone doing anything about this?
I'm gonna run over to Pete and hold out Chomps and go, please help.
Yeah, man, let's have a look. What seems to be like bothering your little buddy? And I'll like check him out. And I can do my instantaneous treat wounds on him, but that only will remove wounded, not poison.
Lena will go find
You
Doc.
can do administer first aid, which can heal.
Oh,
Treat poison, I think it is.
can?
Yeah,
What the
treat
hell is
treat
that?
poison. You're holding healer's
tools
tools.
has
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
for that.
Oh, that's right. It's listed under the healer's tools, not on the thing.
Yeah.
Do you have to roll for it?
Against the poison's DC, which I'd assume is just the DC of.
Of the scripts? Oh,
Yeah.
the 14, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try and aid you where I can because I'm also trained in healer's tools and such.
Yeah.
So make a
Medicine.
save the frog check. A medicine, I assume.
Oh.
Pete, make a medicine check. I don't think Bergamot's helping you. Based on that
14?
reaction. 14 is exactly what you needed. The frog
Okay.
is no longer poisoned. Bergamot, however, you're going to take another 3 points of poison damage.
That's fine by me.
I hand Bergamot an antidote that I have in my pocket.
Is that just something your character has?
Yep.
Cool. There you go.
Handy.
You have an antidote.
Protects you
That's
against toxin.
great.
Upon drinking the antidote, you gain an item bonus to fortitude saving throws for 6 hours. So it's a +2 bonus for 6 hours.
But I'm second. I cannot eat.
Oh, so you can't take potions.
Does that mean it
No.
doesn't stay down, or you can't actively do it because Linny
It
would
says
force it?
Aha!
Yeah.
Is second a disease?
No, it's a condition.
Condition.
You feel
It's fine.
second. You can't willingly ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while second.
Oh wow.
Good luck, friend.
Cool.
And just
That's-
walk
Well,
into the
there's
main
only
room.
one more. There's one
Oh.
more round of the poison, so I'll just give it to you, and then
Okay.
3 points of poison damage, and then
It's
it
okay.
wears off.
I'll be
And so
fine.
does the second.
I'll be fine. It's as long as Chomps is okay. You okay,
It
buddy?
kind of wears off, and the feeling of grossness is gone.
You
Gonna
okay,
walk
buddy?
back to Doc.
Stop the biting. Okay, yeah, he's good. Put him back in the couch.
So,
you're
we're
going back
we're
to
reasonably sure that there's no more
well,
left in here.
like they
Is it
came
what?
out to fight you. Unless someone is very shy, it's pretty. You know, you're pretty sure you've got them all.
Is there a
Okay.
shy one?
You can make a. How are you finding
Yeah,
the shy
that's-
one that you
yeah.
haven't noticed in the entire fight?
I would want to look just to make sure. So perception.
I'll get in on that as well. Just to have a look
21?
around.
You don't find any shy one.
Okay.
18. Same
You
sort of.
also don't
Oh.
find any shy one.
Okay.
I got 21 as well, so no.
Yeah. Nah, you're pretty sure that you've got them all.
What sort of
Okay.
state are the books in that they were in and stuff? Like, are they all wrecked or?
Some of them are pretty wrecked. Some of them are just nibbled on. It varies. It seems like some of
there-
them they liked more than others.
Which ones
And
did
if
they
the
like more?
Prestidigitation will help.
Probably the ones about poisoning. Because they learn the things they eat. So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't. They don't retain it. They only keep it for 24 hours. But for 24 hours, these are
Oh.
some medically very informed scripts.
That
What are the
explains why they.
That's even funnier because they're now in City Hall.
Going to
Explains why
wow.
they took me down to 10 hit points.
Script lawyers
I went down
come
to 10
into
as
a
well.
shore near you soon. Anyway.
Law and order.
So
Script
the books are in
division, second.
various states of fucked. Some are okay, some are pretty well eaten, some it varies.
Pete will
would-
go around and make
Would
sure.
prestidigitation do anything to clean them
No.
up?
No, it would like some of them have marks on them. It would remove the marks, but it's not going to fix the pages.
Yeah.
That's what. I thought.
Pete will go around the library to make sure everything's like in order and like we haven't disturbed everything too much for dark.
It's okay.
Okay. I think we're done here.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's
how
already
many
gone.
did we chase out? There was like
21.
There was
21.
21.
Cool.
21. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So you return to Doc.
Axel's just like got the biggest shit any grin on his face. Like that was one of the most funnest things he's ever done with music.
Doc looks at you all and he goes, "Well, that was a creative solution. I'll give you that. Good work. How many did you get in the end?"
21.
20.
21.
21.
Might give you a bonus. I'll raise it to 25 between you
cool.
because that was very entertaining. Consider it a tip for the entertainment. He hands over 25 gold pieces to the team. You can negotiate with Liddy for how much she gets or he gets.
Equal share.
Axel
Equal
gets
share.
my
Equal
cut.
share.
Axel gets your
I
cut.
was gonna
Nice.
say, yeah, he definitely gets the bonus one because it's.
Cool.
That's after we take it to our quartermaster.
That's true.
Nerd!
No, payment is not tithe. It's only if we find gold or gems in addition to the payment.
No, that's only
No.
when the payment is coming from the guild.
Oh, okay.
So the
This is
first few
time I've not
missions
been paid by
were
the guild.
guild missions, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if that was not clear. Because those were specifically, guild-related missions. These are now client-related missions.
And some of these missions have been giving us not gold. So...
Yeah. Like lamb.
Yeah.
When you do a mission for Ben, you will be paid in onion and garlic.
Did he
Yes,
tie
you
some
should.
lamb?
Well, it seems like all the lamb ended up in the guild, so
Right, yeah.
alrighty.
They really got
Well-
their pound of flesh on that mission.
Hey.
Oh.
I pull up a medal.
Doc says, I very much appreciate your work here today. You have saved my books, mostly, and you did it without setting fire to anything, which is wonderful.
Except for a sickle.
Anything of yours, yeah.
Well, that's what I care about. Excellent work. If any of you ever require more mundane medical treatment, I would be happy to help you out.
Bergamot?
I just need to sleep.
You just need to sleep? Okay.
What's wrong with you?
The small things poked me.
Oh, yes, I have something for that. And he rummages around and he brings out a small vial of some sort of peppermint elixir. It's like it will help settle the stomach.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It has no mechanical value.
Yeah. Just gonna pocket it for now.
Just makes you feel better. Well, thank you for your time and your efforts today.
Yeah,
Brad.
no problem.
Let's go,
Thanks, Doc.
team. We have to report back to Angeline, I guess.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Axel, you want to take this one? I
What?
don't even know how to describe this to Angeline.
Oh yeah, no. Endeline speaks my language.
Cool.
Doc will also say to Linny, thank you for joining the team for this day. I'm sure your expertise was invaluable.
It was enlightening.
Hey, Linny, next time you're in town, yeah.
I'll come say hello, Pete.
Amazing. Linny will return to the forest from whence he came and never be seen again.
Axel's last out the door, and he'll turn and do his signature to Doc, and then leave.
Doc looks confused.
That's
Yep.
just the thing he does. You just,
And we arrive back at the dancing anvil.
Mm-hmm.
Angeline looks up and she goes, I see you all have returned alive this time. That's an improvement.
And no Scrits were really harmed in the evacuation of
Oh.
the library.
Excellent.
Wow.
Work. So, where
There-
are they now then?
Roughed up a bit.
So yeah, about that. They just had a change of heart and decided not that they didn't like the taste of medical journals so much anymore. So we suggested that they might like City Hall as a place to take up residence, and they seemed pretty
Oh.
keen on that.
Wait.
Oh, dear. You can see her looking like she has that look that parents get when their children do something hilarious, but you're supposed to disapprove. Every parent on this thing right now knows exactly what I mean.
Axel knows that real well.
She's like, that's obviously terrible, and you definitely shouldn't have done it.
I rolled a 17
Oh.
on perception.
No.
Does Pete pick up on that?
I don't think it's hard to pick up on. She's not
Yeah.
really trying to hide it. She's obviously delighted by this idea, but she feels like she's supposed to be responsible and kind of bad adventurers.
People say
Well,
that. Angeline.
Adventurous? I don't know.
If-
It's only the one.
if this ever comes back to you, I knew nothing about it.
Yeah, I wanted to kill
What
them.
Scrits?
Exactly.
Yeah. Mission in a couple
Excellent.
weeks is going to be fun. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yes, I
Our
would love
planning
to
has
see.
changed a lot.
Well, I'm sure Doc appreciated your work.
Mm.
Seem to.
I wish I had seen that.
You
change of
probably
heart.
heard it.
Seen what?
Nah, it
I
wouldn't
don't
have
know
gone
what
past the
you're
anvil.
talking about, man.
All right, well, please go and celebrate your success, unless you want to hang around and buy beer with your newfound gold.
Nope, this gold is going to our quartermaster first.
Pete will pull out a gold coin and just put it down on the table and just be like, on the bar and just be like, can you like fill Axel up? Like, it just walks out.
I'll put it on your beer tab for this evening. Yeah, you can get the first gold's worth of beer on Pete. That was to Axel.
Thank you.
Thank Pete. I don't give out freebies.
Thanks, Pete. You're a star, Pete.
He's just like just laughing to himself of just like the absurdity of all of that.
All right. So you all return to the guild hall victorious,
Yep.
having given the people of Circle Creek an astonishing story to tell. Future guild members who have to get a story about Circle Creek are going to get the story of how Axel ran down the street covered in scripts.
Something fun for the newsletter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
singing punk rock songs. Thank you all for a ridiculous game. That was amazing. I don't know why Will has not been playing a bard this whole time.
My face
Very
hurts, like right here.
Yeah.
Yep. So good. So good. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you found it as enjoyable and chaotic and marvelous as we did. We will be back next week with the Warg Pact. I keep doing that. Where our adventurers are going to fight a bunch of wargs who are probably going to be a lot less fun than the Scrits were.
Try singing to them, see how that goes.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they're as into it, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they will go in with a plan.
The plan.
Well, clearly the plan is push Axel out in front with the guitar. Like, done. That solves every problem.
Oh no. Thank you for watching. I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you are having a beautiful time zone. We will see you next week. Bye bye.